Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Board Game Breakfast. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Wendy Yee.
I'm Chris Yee.
All right, we are now fully into June. It is not the second half of the year, but the longest day of the year is soon upon us.
When is the longest day of the year?
It's, I believe, it's either June 21st, June 22nd, somewhere around there.
Okay.
I shall read the tax code to even elongate the day more.
Now, see, now I got to look it up because someone's going to correct me, and I just want to get it right before they do it. Longest day of the year is June 21st. That's one of the 2 days I said.
That's pretty quick. That's pretty quick.
Yeah, so the longest day of the year is good and bad. It's good because I like getting up and it's light out. That's nice. And it's bad because I'm trying to watch movies at night and we have to close every window in the house and
Oh, yeah.
you're like, oh, there's a light shining on the TV. It's so
That's true,
annoying.
because you have like that see-through kind of stuff going on in your living room.
I tried. We bought blackout curtains for the last house for that purpose. But then your house feels dark during the day. It's messed up. Just anyway.
I like blackout curtains. You can open them, right? But then when you close them, you're closed. The world doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, but they don't look good.
I'll give you that. But the world is gone.
Yeah.
I was like, I like our curtains. I'm happy with our curtains.
This episode of Board Game Breakfast, as you might see here a little bit, is sponsored by Pandasaurus. This is one of their games, Roller Coaster Rush. But we're actually talking about another game that's shipping at the end of July called Beacon Control. And you can win a copy of Beacon Control. And all you need to do is email us at contest@dicetower.com, and in the subject line, put Beacon.
Beacon Patrol with a P.
What was I saying?
Control.
I was saying Beacon Patrol, but I think I'm just a mumbler.
Okay.
Beacon Patrol.
Patrol those
Beacon
beacons
Control?
you control.
Beacon Patrol. Beacon Patrol. Patrol.
Beacon Control.
I don't even know what I'm saying now. Chris has me questioning myself. Anyway, this is a game in which you're captains of the Coast Guard. And you need to keep the North Sea coast safe. And you're going to move your ship, lay tiles, collaborate with your fellow captains to gain the highest honors and the admiration of all the residents along the coast. That's what I do. My favorite. You want to know my favorite Coast Guard captain? See our secret channel. Anyhow, there's many expansions involved in it. And if you pre-order it from Pandasaurus right now, you get a free promo. So check out Beacon Patrol. And like I said, you can win a copy from them.
It's like the Paw Patrol, but better.
Oh.
Everything is better than Paw Patrol. I hate Paw Patrol so much.
But they find the missing bone.
I really don't like Paw Patrol. I don't know why. Some kids shows I like, and some I'm against, and there's like not any rhyme or reason.
I only read like the Easy Reader books with our daughter. We've never actually watched the show, so.
I'll tell you that mayor would not get reelected in any real world.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wasting the city resource to find my chicken.
Anyhow, okay, so what's going on this week from the Dice Tower? Well, let's see, I'm going to Brazil, so that's a big deal. I'm going to Diversio, I hope I pronounced it properly, in Sao Paulo. So if you're going there, I'll be by on Saturday of this week. I'll be also in Brazil flitting around on Thursday and Friday. I'm doing some other things. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing, but it's going to be fun to be there. I'll take some video and we'll show you guys what it was like next week. We got reviews coming out this week. We have some top 10 lists, some smaller ones. I'm doing my own best of the worst, which was harder than I thought.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I went to Board Game Geek, and I went to the bottom, and I only picked games that I ranked 7 or higher, which means of the 64 games that we did, only one of those I've ranked 7 or higher.
Yahtzee?
It's not Yahtzee. I give Yahtzee a 6.5. So, which is pretty decent. And I might rank Yahtzee a 7. It all depends on the, I don't know. Anyhow, we got other things going up this week in live shows and...
Top 100s are continuing.
Yep.
Yes, the top 100s. Also, Dice Tower East is less than a month away, and some people are like, I want to come. But you can still come to the cruise. Dice Tower Cruise tickets are on sale. And a lot of people have asked us if we're going to Origins or not. But we are going to Gen Con. And Gen Con, we're doing the Dice Tower Awards there, and there's still 96 tickets left or something like that. So if you want to come, get a ticket. It's going to be fun. We got some, well, I'm just going to say there's stuff there. You'll see.
Stuff.
What else was I going to say? I was going to say something.
You were going to mention the fake contest?
That's true. If you do win one of our contests, we will contact you through email. We will never contact you through a comment on YouTube. Spammers are amongst us, and they're despicable and evil, wicked people. And that's not an exaggeration. I have low esteem of you all, and I hope your companies implode and you run out of money. And you go to jail.
Where you can do, if you're a viewer, if you see something that says, hey, congrats, thumbs up, you won a contest, reach out to me, report those. In YouTube, we'll be able to then ban those people so that those accounts are no longer trying to scam people. So if you do that part, we'll do our part. We're trying to get on those as quick as possible.
And I think that's it. So let's get started with today's show. Here we go.
Hi everyone, it's Stella.
And Tarrant from Maple University.
And the Dice Tower. If you like Azul, if you like Sushi Girl, ta-da! And if you like Run and Cheers game, there's Mille Fiori. This is a great drafting game with tactile experience.
It certainly has a good tactile experience. You are placing diamonds onto the board based on cards that you draft. In fairly specific places, a little bit like Bunny Kingdom, I suppose, in some ways. They are transparent or translucent pieces in different colours, which is very good, so you can see the icons that are underneath them. That's quite satisfying.
Naturally, drafting games are very interactive, which is this one, and you actually keep looking around because time matters sometimes when you place certain tiles on certain areas. It's like 5 or 6 different areas, and you want to be the one that put most strategically to get the most points. There are some areas that has less interaction, and there are some that is very interactive. So you gotta have to watch out for which card you wanna keep, which cards you wanna give to opponents, and so on. I find that it's really satisfying, and I really love this Run and Cheers game.
Yep, I do find this one a little bit lighter, a bit more of a just play cards and see what happens sort of game. I didn't feel it was a heavily tactical game, but it was still a good bit of fun. It was simple to teach, and everyone was able to play nice and quickly.
My favorite is the combo where you can actually activate or trigger certain things, and then you can gain more cards, and then you can just play one card after another, and then trying to create the best combo. And that's Mille Fiori.
Hey there everyone, it's Jen the Board Game Librarian, flipping some pages and pushing some cubes with my segment from the page to the table where I pair books and board games together that share a common theme. Now if you followed me a while, you'll recall the green dungeon where someone said, please free Jen, and that time I did Outlander and Outlander Dice. So my love of Outlander continues, and it continues with Clanlands by Sam Hewen and Graham McTavish. Now, the way to read this book is to listen to it on audio because it's read by Sam and Graham. And this is like a bromance of 2 friends, co-workers on a road trip through Scotland. Now, not knowing a ton about Scottish history, I really appreciated this because they're able to fit in quite a bit of Scotland's history in here. I'm really happy to talk about Kilt Castle. No preamble here. 2 to 4 players, 30 to 45 minutes, ages 10 and up. So this is kind of an under-the-radar abstract. It's this kooky little game where it's card manipulation and you are stacking your castles on top of them. But what you're looking to do is have the most amount of points. And you're getting that by connecting your player color castles in a line. In a formation of sorts. We're not for the faint of heart because there is quite a bit of land going back and forth. But if you're not someone who's offended by that, I think Kilt Castle is kind of cool. And Men in Kilts and Kilt Castle. So there we go. All right, friends, that's all for this week. Happy breakfast.
All right, the game from 20 years ago is Yinch. Yinch is ranked 213 on Board Game Geek. It is ranked 3 in abstract games. The only 2 games that are ranked higher in abstracts are Azul and Cascadia.
Which I don't even view those as abstract.
I get what they're saying. Azul could be considered. I mean, it's. I know what you're saying. They're both very abstract, but they're also like in a different category. They're not that 1 versus 1. So
just straight
tactical, like I do something, you do something, I do something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But of the 1 versus 1 duels, Yinch is the highest. War Chest would come in next, then Tsar, which is also in the same line, then Devon. So the games in this line definitely are in the top tier. Yinch is the highest ranked game of this line. It is number 5, I think. It is my favorite by a mile. It is simply you have 5 rings on the board. On your turn, you can move a ring as far as you want. You just can't move over an opponent's ring. You can jump over pieces, but if you do jump over pieces, you have to stop at the first empty space. That's it. Any piece you move over flips to the other side. And when you move, the place where you started will have a piece of your color in it. First we get 5 in a row, removes those 5, and also gets rid of 1 of the rings, which means you have less rings to move around. First person to remove 3 of their rings wins.
So Chris and I played this for the first time this weekend, just to try it out. And I'm not an abstract gamer at all. For some reason, my brain, like I look at these boards and I don't see anything. And then Chris is like, oh, I just do this. And I win. And I was like, I didn't see that as a possibility. But this gave me a little bit of, I think it's Othello. Is that the one where you flip over?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gave me Othello vibes. But I like that you're only working towards those 3 rings. There's not this sense of like you have to finish everything. It ends a little bit quicker. And I like that you lose the ring so that the other person has a little bit of advantage.
You lose the ring and you lose the 5 pieces.
Yeah.
Which I think is great. Although, you got to be careful. If you have 4 pieces of your own color in a row, I'm like, yes, thank you.
Right, I'll jump over them.
I'll take those myself.
There's an interesting, because you're using your rings to block, so it's like offense and defense at the same time.
I think that's why this one sings for me. Like, I really liked this for an abstract game. Wendy makes me sound like I'm smarter than I am. I am not. I'm very bad at many abstract games, especially the ones where...
I need to play them in abstract
Except when
games.
you play
They beat me in
against me.
everything else. Then they'll beat me, and I'll be like, oh, you're one of those people who are like, I weigh 120 pounds, and I'm overweight. And you're like, shut up.
You would destroy me in this, Tom.
I have no doubt you would wreck me, because I just don't always see those like entrapment moves as they're happening in a lot of abstracts. But this one, I don't know, just the idea of being able to flip pieces over. And I love the fact that if you move your ring over multiple pieces, it's not that they flip to your color side. They flip over. You might flip over one of yours to flip over 2 other pieces that you need. I think that's really clever.
In fact, you did that in one of the games, and then I could have prevented you from winning if I'd flipped over 3 of mine to your color, but kept that 1 away from you.
Right.
So, that was the only move I could have done, and I didn't do it. But, yeah, it's interesting.
Also, it looks gorgeous. It really does. The pieces look like cookies and cream. It has a good tactile feel. The board is very plain and boring, but I think that's fine because the pieces kind of sing.
It looks like they have this marbleized look, and it makes me think, this could have been invented 200 years ago where someone,
Ooh, froze. I don't know if our audio's coming through.
That's coming through.
There is audio coming through. I don't know what's
Okay.
wrong with the video.
Well, I will keep
La
talking
la la
then.
la 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 la. All right, so we're still talking about Yinch.
So, yeah.
It's streaming.
So it looks like these old stones, like someone went through all this care to make these stones.
My computer is now unplugged, Roy.
Unplugged.
None of the cameras are showing up in the switcher.
Oh, this has happened to us before.
Yeah, but I think resetting the computer had to fix it. But I can unplug us. We're going to go silent for just a second.
All right, we're going off the air, folks, for a moment.
Silent.
Lava, lava, lava.
Say something.
Can you hear us now?
You can hear us, but we can't see us.
Mike Heller says, theater of the mind. Yes, that's the way that I like to play my abstract games.
ECAM,
Once upon a time in a land
All right,
far,
crash it and
far
come
away.